Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Afro Gamer podcast, where we speak to everyone who is a stakeholder in esports, who is invested in Africa. Today, we do have the CEO and the director of esports for My Revenge EV. This is a German esports outlet who have expanded into Nigeria, and we will be speaking to them as to why and what they see in esports in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So, viewers and listeners, welcome Kristen, who is the CEO, and Ivy Smoke, who is the director of esports.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for taking our time to speak to us. So it was an interesting, updates, or let's say news, where we found out that an international team in Germany has expanded into Nigeria. So I think the first question is for those of us who do not know, or our viewers who do not know what My Revenge EV is. You can go ahead and tell us what is My Revenge EV.
My Revenge EV is a very old organization in Germany. It was founded 2006, and we have all over the world esports teams. In, for example, Nepal, Brunei, now, as you know, in Nigeria, this is why we are here, and in a lot of countries in Europe.
Oh, wonderful.
And the EV is for registered association. It's mean like a club, official club in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You wanted to add something to that, Ivy Smoke?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so how did, I think the question is, you said you started since, you've been around since 2006. That is a long time for esports. Majority of us did not know what esports was until after 2010, 2015. So how did the team start? How did My Revenge start, if you've been around since 2006 actually?
Sam.
Well, it started in the early beginnings. Like most popular games were probably like CS:GO 1.6 the old time, and that was also one of the biggest focuses of My Revenge. And also, I think League of Legends was one big thing at this time. No, it was not founded yet. It was 2010. The League of Legends was also founded. We had also like big names in there. And then I'm there since over a year now, and we are constantly growing. And
For example, with Counter-Strike 1.6, what he mentioned, in Germany it was a Pro Liga, only for German teams. And we make sometimes the second place, third place, and fourth place in the playoffs in this kind of tournament. Or in League of Legends, for example, it was 2011, an invitational tournament at Intel Extreme Masters. I think you know this tournament series from ESL. And we got the invite, and we beat everyone there.
Oh, wow.
We don't lose any map. And we have to play versus Dignitas, AAA, and SK Gaming.
Interesting. That is. So now that you've been around since 2006 and this is 2020, I know you've grown. So how many titles do you have teams in? What are the game titles?
1 second, I have to check first the homepage. I don't
that shows how much you've grown. So yes, go ahead.
Right now we have in 8 titles teams, but in the past we got, I cannot tell you in how much we have Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 4, for example, Dawn of War, Avalon, Heroes of the Storm, and so much titles in My Revenge over the 14 years. So it's not possible to me to tell you every title here. Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2, so much.
Oh, okay, okay. That's good. That is good. So now let's go to the main question of the day, and that is, what attracted you to esports in Nigeria?
It's it's easy to say. I was a little bit Google for this and see that Nigeria have big market for mobile and console games.
Oh, okay.
And I messaged some people like Steven, what set up for us today the meeting, and some other people make some researches, talking with Sam and Cosmin. Cosmin is today not here. He is chief operating officer.
Okay.
Ask both guys what they are thinking over this, and then we start talking with Steven. And after around about, I think 1 month, Sam, roundabout.
Yeah.
After 1 month, we find agreement with Steven and Dele to take his team, and now we are in Nigeria.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's good. So you did said you did your research and you've was it just Nigeria you're looking for, or it was Africa as a whole, or how did the idea come about? Did you just speak to Ivy Smoke and say, hey, we need to expand, or how did the conversation go about? I'm sure it's something you and Ivy Smoke spoke about, or something you've been thinking about.
No, it was really we was searching for Nigeria. Reason in the past, I think it was 2012. We got teams in Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt too. So it's only a question of time to move a little bit the continent down to
Oh,
some other
okay.
countries.
Okay. So you have teams in other parts of Africa aside Nigeria.
Right now, not more in our history. Yes.
Okay. Oh, interesting. It's surprising that you found something online, because previously, most times when you Google, esports in Nigeria or Africa, you see little or nothing. So that is impressive that you actually did see something, and that means as much as the community is growing, we're doing something right for you to be seeing something. Um, so how did the conversation go with Steven? How did that decision go with Ivy Smoke? Or let's say, how did you select what team, or what was the plan? Like, okay, fine, we're going into Nigeria. What was the plan? I think Ivy Smoke can give us a response to that.
But first, we were in general looking for Nigeria esports, and we saw there's a huge market booming at the moment, and we wanted to get involved somehow to make Nigeria esport actually better. And then we contacted some clubs, and then Quintus Gaming was interested in us, and we could really talk to them, and they were also interested into us, and we into them. And then it came to a meeting, and then they are now in our organization.
Okay. So is Quintus Gaming the official partner, or you have Quintus and you have others?
For Nigeria at the moment, it's Quintus. Well, they merged into a Marivenge, so we can say Quintus doesn't really exist anymore. It's just a community, and then the esports scene is actually just Marivenge. So we can say Quintus Gaming is now Marivenge Nigeria.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the clarity. Because I kept thinking it was a partnership, but now they are now called My Revenge. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. So, what plans do you have for My Revenge Nigeria? Is it just they bearing the name My Revenge while they compete or create content in Nigeria, or you have plans to actually like open them to opportunities outside of the country and the continent?
You mean for the teams? or
Yes.
in general?
In general.
Okay, I don't know if you know this, but for example, last weekend it was a tournament in Call of Duty with the mob, it's called, I think.
Yes.
And we were sponsor, for example, this kind of tournament for the community,
Okay.
that you don't need to pay any enter fee.
Oh,
And
okay.
I hope after COVID, it's finally gone. We can send some players, for example, from the FIFA team to some other countries for some higher competition. But
Oh, okay.
right now with COVID, as you know, it's not so easy to do this.
Yeah, I noticed COVID has kind of, affected so many things. Um, I just heard you mention Call of Duty Mobile, and you mentioned what's it called now? You mentioned FIFA. The question now is, in Nigeria, how many game titles does um My Revenge EV represents? How many games in Nigeria are you guys present in, or let's say, do you have teams in?
Well, we have Call of Duty Mobile and also some players on consoles, so Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Then we have FIFA and then also the FIFA Pro Club. And then we have, since not long time ago, we have also Valorant, since Valorant is also booming at the moment, and wanted to see if Nigeria is also interested in these games. And it's working pretty well, to be honest. And also we have some Apex Legends players. Yeah.
Okay.
So in general, we
Wonderful.
have 60. We have 6 Nigerian teams.
Oh, wow. That's impressive for a start. So how does it work? Because I know, My Revenge EV in Germany, you guys have your practice times when you guys play your scrims. It's a proper, like a traditional sport. How are you guys translating that to the Nigerian teams? Like, do you in your contract, you're saying, okay, you guys, you must have XYZ number of hours put in per day or per week, or it's just free flow. Whenever they want to play, they can play. So what is it like?
Well, it's depending on how good the players are, because we have several talents that are really good. Then we give them some time that they can decide how much they have to play, but they have to play at a minimum, because every really good player needs to train, and that's very important. And also, what we are really bringing into Nigeria is our experience in esports in general, because we are there since 2006. Have also worked for other companies before, and we are telling the Nigerian management how they are dealing with it, or how can they create something like tournaments, and yeah. So we just bring in our experience, and so then Nigeria can improve in esports even faster.
Okay. So I think the question now is, brand partnership and sponsorship is a huge thing in the West, Germany, US, other parts of Europe. For some way, it has not been the same with Africa and Nigeria as a whole, because many brands haven't keyed into esports. Do you guys have any plans to unlock that? Because it's a huge challenge.
Of course, we try always to bring our sponsors that we already have to every our teams, because we have also teams in South Korea, and then we try to expand in everything, and also to show the world that there is not just the European scene, the Asian scene, and also the American scene, but there are still some countries that are improving, and we want to show them here it's getting started, and to be the first in this market is really important, because you can be the leading esports organization.
Christian, you've gone quiet. Anything you want to add to that?
No, all fine.
Okay, so viewers, if you have any question or comments for Christian, who is the CEO of My Revenge, and Ivy Smoke, who is the director of esports, you can go ahead and put your questions or comments in the sections, and we'll go ahead and address that. I can see a lot of people, giving you shout outs and just saying, using emojis about what you guys are doing. So yeah, that is really, really impressive. So I know you said you used to be in Africa before in some countries, but not anymore. Why did you decide to come back? Because that is the question. You see, even game companies like Game Loft that make asphalt, they go ahead and say, "Oh, we were here in 2016." Although many gamers never knew they existed or they were present in Africa, and other stakeholders have done that. They'll say they were here before. ESL said, oh, they came, they had a tournament, but it didn't work out. They left. So I think now the question now to Kristen is, after leaving, why did you decide to come back, and why was it Nigeria and not the countries that you went to previously?
This is a hard question. Why I not take the previous game countries again?
Yes.
I speak, for example, with one guy from Algeria, what was a player before for us, and the scene in Algeria or Tunisia are totally changed. And so I not like the changes, so I decide don't go back in this kind of countries and look for some other countries what I can find over Google to with esports information here.
Okay, that is interesting. I think the question now would be, what do you think of the growth of esports in Nigeria and Africa as a whole? Now you're not going off Google anymore. You're actually in the industry, I say. So getting in, what have you seen? What do you think needs improvement? And what is impressing you about the industry or the communities?
This is we are now around about 1 month and 10 days in Nigeria with
Oh wow,
teams.
congratulations.
So it's not so long time.
Oh well, that's 60 days, so congratulations.
But what I fuck, now I lost what I want to say.
Okay, take your time and recall.
Sam, maybe you can take it up.
Yeah, well, we spoke also with Stephen and Dilly, and they told us that also the government is improving this, so it's actually becoming a real sports, an official sports actually. And this is also very important because if the government doesn't support esports at all, well, then esports can't grow in the country. So this is also one big thing that we saw as an opportunity and to improve actually just esports in Nigeria. And yeah.
For example, I will take this what Sam say with the government. In Germany, the government don't care over esports.
Yeah.
We are so much behind in Germany with the government, like you are in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But over some other points here, I was a little bit surprised that the most esports in Nigeria are over mobile and consoles. In the past, we got a little bit experience with consoles like Xbox and PlayStation 4 or 3 with Battlefield and other games. But it's surprised me that you have so big market here in mobile phone game playing and consoles. And I think in some days, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, roundabout, it's some more big news coming up from us.
Oh, wow.
We try to help here the community more to growing up and make more like the standard what we are using, let's say like this in Europe for some tournaments. But over this, I have to speak more with Dele and Steven. What's thinking over this, and reason they have more experience of the market than
Okay.
I have.
Okay,
Is
well, I believe the community and esports in Nigeria will be looking forward to that big news. Well, it would be nice to have a big news after what is going on. So, let me do a little bit of just crash course. A few of my viewers will say, "Here he comes again." I'm a huge champion for mobile gaming and mobile esports. One, because that is something that cuts across everyone. So if you say out of 100 youths, 99 of them have a mobile phone or a smart mobile phone that they can game. So it is more like, that is something like our strength as compared to console. Yes, a few people have console, but everyone has mobile. So we're huge on mobile gaming and mobile phones. So it's easier to sell things like that. So as an investor, a sponsor, it would fly more for mobile gaming rather than console or PC. Though, console is trying, PC it's coming up a little bit, but the strength of mobile phone will always be number one, no matter how you take a look at it. So we have a comment for you guys, and Full Metal said, publishers do not recognize most African countries. How will that be worked out? For example, I am a Call of Duty player, but my country, Uganda, is not recognized, so my Activision account is in South Africa.
Well, we are trying to bring the companies into interest of the European region into actually Africa and Nigeria, because it's normal that most publishers don't recognize most African countries because they don't really see that there is actually a potential. And this is why My Revenge are really trying to show the world actually that Nigeria is growing, and also other countries in Africa are growing in esports. And that's one big thing that we are trying to do. But we have still to wait to also publishers or sponsors or in general esports organization that they follow us to make a nice competition in Nigeria or even in Africa.
For example, we was active in Counter-Strike Go in South Korea. We was the first team was going in this market with this kind of game. Of course, in South Korea is League of Legends, StarCraft, a huge game, but not Counter-Strike Global Offense. After we are going in, some publishers and tournament operators moving in this market too, and some bigger teams from South Korea are was thinking to take a team in this kind of game too. But it's need time. It's not like what happened tomorrow or in 1 week. It's maybe a timeline of 6 months, 8 months roundabout, that some other organizations or publishers go in this market.
Okay, that's wonderful. A few comments here. Let me just go ahead and read more of them. Steven, that you guys mentioned, is calling me the professor of mobile gaming. I don't know why he did that. And Full Metal said, I have to buy him into mobile gaming. Well, I'm starting to call myself a crusader for mobile gaming, so I will convert you very, very soon. So once again, viewers, we can see you all watching. If you have any questions or more comments for Kristen and Ivy Smoke, go ahead and shoot them in the comment section. So do you guys have any plans now that you're back in Africa and starting with Nigeria? Do you have any plans to expand again to other countries on the continent?
Yes. We start already a little bit researching for other countries, but we make it slow.
Okay.
We don't want it rush. Reason if we make it too fast, maybe we fail with this, and this we don't want. Reason we spend money on this, and then yeah, we don't want fail on this kind of stuff.
Okay, so Nigeria is like more of the starter. How Nigeria does would now, convince you or push you to expand to other African countries, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, good. So now let me ask you guys this question. I'm not putting you on the spot, but you have to answer it. So many international tournaments, global tournaments, they call them international and global, but they keep excluding Africa. For example, the FIFA tournament, I think it's only South Africa that keeps getting involved. What do you think about that?
Well, that's not really good because they say it's global, but it's not. But that's also not only for a problem in Africa. That's also some problems in other countries, because I have the problem. I'm living in Luxembourg, and before like two years ago, there wasn't really not really a big esports scene. We had some local tournaments, just like you, but we weren't involved in any country. And even though we can speak every language, so it's comprehensible, but it's not correct. That's my personal opinion, because everyone should be included, and also maybe some internet latency problems. That some countries don't have really good internet, so they are making problems. But still, we have to improve, and the country and the organizations and the publishers have to really make a big step. It's really global.
Yes, and if you say a global tournament, then you have to accept everyone. If it's not global tournament, let's say like only for African countries, then you have to say to the tournament like African championship, like this, Reason otherwise it's confuse the people and maybe confuse a little bit other esport teams what want coming in.
Yeah, because it has been a subject of this debate back and forth, even among stakeholders in Africa, as to why isn't Africa being involved. South Africa is not the only country. South Africa doesn't represent the whole of Africa, and I don't know. They hadn't, we tweet at them, we send messages on Facebook, we send, we call them out. We still haven't gotten an official response as to why exactly, if we're doing something wrong, then what should we be doing right for Africa to be involved? But hopefully, we hope that is resolved soon. So we have more comments. Let me go ahead and read them. So okay, sorry, let me go back to the mob. The mob said the Call of Duty Mobile Championship 2 excluded Africa. That is what we're talking about. Fine if you say there are no servers, but I believe, I might be wrong. I have said they can, break down the metrics as to the number of downloads per region. And Africa is a huge continent for Call of Duty Mobile. We download, we play, we do in-game purchases. So why isn't the community in Nigeria and Africa not allowed to participate? I think that's a question that they need to answer. Also, Zero Beast said, it's so sad. We will get there. Hopefully we will get there. Okay. He also said, I guess this will make you laugh. He said they are probably scared we will win everything. Well, that there could be there can be an element of truth there. And this is my take. I think, like Ivy Smoke said, if you are thinking, okay, probably because of the network of the servers, then have a continental tournament for just Africa as a whole. If that's the case, if you cannot include Africa, then you should be able to, say, okay, let's, the way My Revenge came into Nigeria, came to Africa, then run something like that so that, everyone is having the same ping, the same, the differences in network isn't as much. So I think that is something they can look into. Let's see. Full Metal said, so hyped to see this happening. And I guess we as Africa have a lot to do to get us on the map. The industry is still facing a bunch of issues, even in the West would Western world, but things will get better. There is a question for you guys, and since you guys mentioned FIFA Pro teams, the question now is, what is your plan to run a pro team with My Revenge in Nigeria? What will be the pay structure? What contract look like? Would there be a clubhouse? Would there be a training facility? And what will the future recruitment plans be?
Over this, I cannot say right now so much. Reason I don't want spoiler.
Okay. Well, you can give us a surface response. It doesn't have to be in depth. It can be a surface response, like, in the future, we would like to do X, Y, and Z, because, I believe most teams have, clubhouse, pay structures, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, with the clubhouse training facility, yeah, maybe in the future we will have this in Nigeria, maybe.
Okay.
But like I said, more I want not go in details.
And I'm sure. Go ahead, Ivy Smoke.
Maybe we can say, because we are currently one of the only Western region companies that come into Nigeria. Maybe if other companies are coming into too, and it is getting a real competition in there, maybe there's something going on.
Okay. So what will future recruitment plans look like? I'm sure a lot of people want to know that.
Yeah, with this recruitment, we will talk with Steven and Dele, what they are thinking over if people ask us for joining, like in PUBG Mobile or League of Legends Mobile. We will make some researches here over the guys what ask us and see if they are good for us or not.
Okay.
But this we will make together with the stuff for what we have in Nigeria. Reason after Quintus Gaming joined us, we got around about 10 guys from Nigeria for the stuff. So it's a lot what you get here on new stuff guys to help us to grow and make, for not only please don't misunderstand me, not make Nigeria esport better, but make My Revenge in Nigeria better too, that what Sam say, maybe some other European organizations join too. Reason after the announcement that we going to Nigeria, around about, I think, 7 or 8 other German organizations ask me over this, why you do this, and so on. There was big impact of this.
Oh wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. So are they also considering coming to Africa?
Maybe not. It's dependent of the structure what the organizations have. Like at the beginning, we say My Revenge have all over the world teams, but some of those organizations have maybe only teams in Germany or maybe in Poland, and not more other countries. This is a little bit difficult for some of those teams to expand to Nigeria without any good knowledge or contact or anything else.
Okay. Well, I guess they can also just go to Google also and do their research just like you did.
But I'm a stalker, so I find a lot of information more than other people.
Oh well, I guess
time for this.
I guess you can write, you can write a book or a document or just a blog as to how to expand into into Nigeria and Africa, and to download it, they will have to pay you for that.
But it's also not too good to show everything why we are doing this, just because it's one of our big things that we are able to expand in every country that really esports is growing into. So we don't have to give away everything. That makes My Revenge good.
Okay, wonderful. So as we round up, what should we be expecting from My Revenge EV as a whole and in Nigeria as we end the year, because we're in October, and what should we be looking for in 2021? I know you cannot spill all the milk, but you can just give us a little bit of the juice as to what should we be expecting from my revenge evening.
You ask again.
Oh yes, that is why you are here, so to let the viewers know and listeners. So
Yeah, some more teams, of course, that we growing up in some other titles what you have in Nigeria. But more I want not say. So you have to be check every time our Twitter to see what's coming up.
oh, you know what the Afro Gamer is all about. So we shouldn't be checking the Twitter. We should be having that conversation like, hey, we're making this announcement tomorrow. Go ahead and break the news.
Yeah, this is no problem. We can do this,
Exactly.
but not so much in the future. We will not say over this.
Okay,
But
that is fine. That is fine. If you cannot spill so much, that's fine. Um,
but like I said, some big things coming soon, and some other things later. But not more into details.
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. So that is all we have on this episode of the Afro Gamer podcast. Ivy Smoke and Kristen, thank you so much for taking time out to speak to us. Do you have any closing remarks for our viewers and our listeners?
Sam?
And just also thank you that we had this conversation, because it's also important that Nigerians see why are we doing this and get them more information about us. So thank you for you, Afrogame, and also for the community that they are listening to this. And
Yes, thank you very much from my side too.
All right. So, guys, that is all you've heard it right from Ivy Smoke and Kristen, who are the director of esports and the CEO of My Revenge. Go ahead and follow them on Twitter. For any information, you can reach out to them, or you can also reach out to My Revenge in Nigeria via Cointos Gaming. Also, do not forget to follow the Afro Gamer on all our social media platforms. If you have any message for us, you can, it's showing on the screen. You can drop us a message. Even if you want to reach out to My Revenge and you cannot find a social media handle, you can always just drop us a message and we'll go ahead to connect you with them. Once again, viewers and listeners, thank you for staying with us, and we will see you on the next episode.